So let me get this straight. You want me to come to an auxiliary gym in New Mexico to call a pickup game between a bunch of old guys?
Well, it's not exactly a pickup game. We're semi-organized. We wear mesh jerseys.
Oh, mesh jerseys, well.
Come on, Lou, this can't be any worse than when you and I called that Clemson-Wake Forest baseball game from a card table behind the backstop in the rain.
Yeah, I remember that, but I've kind of spent my whole life trying to get past that, too.
Could be fun.
Lou Tilley here in the NTL studios, counting down to today's broadcast of Black versus Gold.
Well, all right, we watched the 10-player profile, so Paul, talk about how they will be matched up right here.
All right, well, the backcourts are most interesting. Black shirt team has youth and speed and Mark Harrell and Daniel Begay. Then gold has the experience, Alex Paramo and Rod Lansing, two of the smartest players in the NTL.
Daniel Begay has it down in the front court. Okay, the youngest player in this league, and in underneath, this is Ryan Swanson. Probably has the best fundamentals in traffic.
He's a wonderful shooter, very creative player. Watch Rod Lansing almost make the steal. Rod is known for his team defense. He's moving toward the ball if you can have a crack at it. Nice little fadeaway banker. It's a shot that Ryan can make.
It's about 25 or 30 players, aged 28 to 70. Maintenance guys, accountants, librarians, professors, university VPs. Some have been playing together for 30 years, most for at least 15. About a third are actually pretty darn good, and they raise the play of everyone.
Rod is probably one of the most reliable players that we have, both offense, defense. He never runs out of energy either.
And I get on him a little bit of not shooting. I don't think he shoots enough because he can knock down shots from anywhere on the floor. He has a mid-range jump shot. He can shoot the three, he can get to the rim, pump fakes you very well.
He looks like he's gonna pull the three and he gets you up and he's at the rim, you know.
V-Hill's turn to shine. He's in red this time. Crossover left, and then crossover right, and pull up in the paint, ready for a tip-in, but it drops. Point red, game red.
I do like to jump.
Sometimes he gets so high, he doesn't even know, like, he's right there, and he kind of like, whoa. So it's kind of funny to watch.
Next, it's Galloway again, helped only a little by a Paul Ingles pick on Rich Wood. Galloway works through the paint, pulls the trigger, and uses all the rim, and gets it.
Mark Harrell is just one of the fastest guys that I've ever played against. If he crosses you over and he beats you, there's just no catching him. The days he's on, and there's no stopping him.
So it's over an hour's worth of games every Tuesday and Thursday, virtually all year long, with a commitment to civilized play, to some extent.
I do think that basketball is one of those kind of workshops for life because it's complex, because it involves other people, because you have to make choices in the moment, not just about basketball, but how you're going to relate to this guy who just fouled you or the guy who's in your face because of something you did.
So when you show up 2 or 3 days a week and you know you're going to see these same guys, it's pretty stunning when all of a sudden you realize you're not going to see one of them again.
Hector Torres had been an English professor at UNM for more than 20 years. Stefania Gray was a grad student in literature and cultural studies. Today, students and faculty dealt with the shock of those murders after police in UNM officially named the victims.
It was a shock, man, to think that somebody just no longer existed. And also, I mean, you know, I still occasionally imagine his last moments, and I just think, man, you know, the guy was executed, you know?
And so, you know, I was shocked by it, but it didn't come out of the total blue because I knew that there was stuff happening in his personal life that was really tough.
It was difficult. It was difficult.
My God. And then that, you know, wasn't that much further after that than Daniel, right?
Daniel Sanchez had died in a motorcycle accident, hit by a drunk driver who was driving a truck. And essentially, it sure sounded like Daniel gave his life to save his daughters by taking that hit. And since losing Daniel and Hector, it's really changed how I feel about this group, because frankly, when I do see them every week, I kind of want to put my arms around them and give them the biggest hug possible. And I do that some, and I think it makes some of the folks a little uncomfortable.
So it's like the moral fiber of the game that I think is what's kept me involved in it. It's the relationships, it's the working together to try to produce not just good basketball, but also an experience where everybody feels like this is something worth doing.
Yeah, I think the real reason I play in the Legends League is for the money and the fame. So it's led me to a lot of great opportunities. So.